Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. If you are new here and if you're returning, then you already know how I feel about you. Thank you so much for subscribing, continuing to stick around. Today I wanted to touch on a few more flight attendant topics. I'm in my hotel room on a layover in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I'm very on brand. Actually out working right now. So I did want to tap into a few questions that you guys have asked me. If you watch my part 1 flight attendant video, the pros and cons, tips, tricks, things like that, then this is probably for you, because I got a lot of questions in the form of comments from that video and through DMs on Instagram, comments on the video, whatever. Super grateful for that. Thank you guys so much for watching that and loving that. But I'm gonna look at my phone because I did have a few questions on here I wanted to touch on. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a part of a vlog or if I'm just gonna answer the questions here. Excuse my hair, I literally just got off the plane and came here before I get relaxed. I wanted to do this. I've been talking about it, but I've been putting it off. I've been so busy, so I don't wanna neglect you guys. So here we are, I'm going to find the questions. All right, so a question that I got a lot, it's kind of a hard question for me to wrap my mind around, but I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who knows literally nothing about this job but is interested. So someone asked, does your company pay for the hotels during layovers? Yes, 100% yes. I don't know how anyone could have this job if they had to pay for their, ooh, look at this plane. Can you see it? It's taking off because I'm right by the airport. Do whatever. Focus. Okay, short attention span. But yes, they pay for 100% of the layover hotels. I don't know how anyone could have this job if they were not paying for the hotels. If they had to like dish out their own money for hotels, no way, Jose. Now if I'm just going on vacation, yes, I'll get to fly for free. I'll take my flight. But as far as a hotel, I would have to pay for it if I'm just going on vacation. You know, you can do like the honors and stuff like that. Even they have crew discounts at certain hotels. No matter where I'm going, I'll call like, hey, do you have a crew rate? Sometimes they'll say yes, and sometimes they'll say only for American, you know, stuff like that. So, but to answer the question, this long answer is all to say yes, they do pay for your hotels when you're on a layover out for work. Do they check your social media? Yes. And I'm not saying that they always do, but you do want to be mindful of what you put on social media. Certain pictures, like we have engine pictures, sometimes you'll see pictures with flight attendants in the overhead bins. We can get fired for that. So if you do happen to take those type of pics, just put them in your memory bank for you and your friends not to share. Do you have to know how to swim? No, you do not. That was not one of the requirements. When we do our ditching scenarios and training, we don't get in real water. We might, I heard rumors that we may start doing that. It's kind of hard for me to believe, but I don't know. But as of right now, no, they don't ask if you know how to swim. They don't make it a requirement. So if you do not know how to, then you are still okay to apply. Oh, another big one, flight attendant school. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching this, I don't know anything about flight attendant school. If you ask me, and again, this is just my opinion, I don't know if it's truth or fact, but as far as me, I think that flight attendant school or flight attendant academy is a scam and a waste of money. You do not need that. You apply just like you would apply to any job, and they will train you if they are interested in you. They will teach you everything you need to know. It's not like, you know, what can I compare it to? It's not like becoming an accountant. You need those skills and those credentials and had to have gone to college. No, flight attendant, you apply. If they like you, they will teach you literally everything you need to know. I mean, customer service experience is very good because it's a customer service based job. But as far as like needing to know planes or security things, no, they'll teach you all that. I don't even know what flight attendant school could teach you because, yeah, just no, you don't need that. Oh, someone asked me, if I only want to fly in the States, do I still need a passport? Short answer, yes. Long answer, you don't get to pick where you fly when you first come on. If they need you to go to London, they need you to go to Paris, that's where you're going. You don't get to say, no, I only want to stay domestic and fly within the States. I'm sorry, but that is just not how this works. So, like, once again, like I said, yes, you do need a passport no matter what you prefer to fly. But this job is going to be taking most of your life in the beginning. You know, your holidays, your family vacations you might want to go on, it's potential that you may have to work, especially right now, because the world is just overworked and understaffed, and that is no exception for the airlines. Though if you're going on vacation, that delay you may be experiencing, it is very well could be because we're so short staffed and we're trying to scrounge up some people, some pilots, some flight attendants, whoever, to work your flight. So please be kind, be gentle with your flight crew, with just the world. Everyone is a little bit more kind than usual right now. Just be kind. But again, yes, you do need a passport. Oh, this is a good one. If you get hired on at a regional airline, are you able to switch over to Maine later, or do you have to go through a different training? So you will have to go through a different training. When you're on the smaller planes, I touched on this a little in the first video. When you're on the smaller planes, the regional planes, even though it says United, or it might say American or whatever, Delta, that is not us, if that makes sense. Like, it's affiliated, I guess that's the word. I don't really even know how to explain it too well, but like, I'm not allowed to work on the small planes because I don't work for them. That is not Delta, that is not American. But if you want to switch over, yes, you will have to apply through, you know, Delta, United, American, and do their training, just because you have previously been a flight attendant on these regional. Even if you wanted to go mainline to regional, I don't really know many people who do it that way, but you would still have to go through a different training. It doesn't coincide very well. It's a flight attendant, but it's still a different job, if that makes any sense. Oh, another one. While training and relocating, do they pay for your stay, or is that out of your pocket? So for training, they put you in a hotel. I'm only speaking for my airline. They put you in a hotel, they completely pay for all of that. You're in a hotel room with another potential flight attendant. So you're sharing your room for the 6+ weeks that you're there. For food, so we got paid, I wanna say it was $140 per week. So it was like $20 a day, and they cut you a check at the end of the week. And then, you know, you deposit however you can. And that is to help supplement some food, I guess you could say. But pretty much for like food and like, you know, necessities, like, I don't know, hair products, eye contact solution, you're kind of on your own. So you do need to have a little bit of money, or a little help at least, to get through those weeks. But as far as the stay and like transportation to and from the training center, they cover all of that. Oh, another good one. Question for you. I am interested in becoming a flight attendant. I want to know, would I have to cut my hair or wear it a certain way? Oh, I cannot speak today. So yes, starting in September, we changed our appearance standards. So like, I could not wear my hair down and curly like I typically would. Now it has to be pulled back. That's kind of why it looks weird, because I had it in a ponytail. So now you do, if you have hair past shoulder length, you have to wear it back at all times, even just walking through the airport. It used to be that throughout the airport, we could have our hair however we wanted to, and then when we got on the plane and was doing service, we had to pull it back. But now it just has to be back at all times, which is unfortunate. We don't really care for that, but that's how it is. Some people have just cut it. They're like, you know what, it's not worth it, not worth having to pull it back, getting the headaches that come with that, the hair breakage. So they just cut it to about here, and then you're good, you can wear it down. Do they tell, oh, why can't I speak? I guess it's been a long day. Do they tell you your city base in the interview or in the training? So for me and my airline, they tell you, it was maybe like within the first week or two, they told us which base we'd be going to. So it's not in training. I mean, gosh, it's not during the interview, it's actually in training. Yeah, and it differs. It depends on the need and where they need you to be. But for us, they gave us 3 choices. I had Chicago, Denver, and San Francisco, and I could pick from the 3. I had to put them in order. I wanted San Francisco first, Chicago second, Denver third. That's what I chose. And I got San Francisco. Sometimes people would get their second choice, like if they filled all the San Francisco spots, now they need Chicago people, but Chicago was your number 2, that's where you're going. I want everyone to understand completely how you have to be willing to relocate. You can eventually get back to where you want to be, or as close to it as possible. Like I'm in North Carolina right now, and North Carolina is ultimately where I want to like live, put down roots. But I'm based in DC, and that's as close as it is right now. That's as close as it gets. There is no base in North Carolina for us. So, but I started in San Francisco. All my family, everybody is on the East Coast. So please, before you waste your time, your money, your hard-earned money, and time ain't free either, you need to know that they're going to send you where they need you to be. You may have never been to California. You could have been like me. I had never stepped foot in California, never even left. I haven't went past Texas before I got this job. And the first time I stepped foot in California is when I was moving there. I was not coming back to the East Coast in the foreseeable future. So please know that this is something that you want and something that you can handle, because I just want everyone, I want you to love this job if you come to it, but I do not want you to waste resources that you may not need to waste. Times are hard right now. So please understand what the terms and conditions are before you think, I want to be a flight attendant. Yeah, traveling the world seems extremely cool, and it is, trust me. This job has given me some of the best experiences of my life, some of the experiences I never would have even dreamed of. So I can't take anything away from that, but you just have to be flexible and be willing to put in the work and put in the time. Oh, someone else, can you be a part-time flight attendant? So that kind of goes into everything I'm saying. No, they own you pretty much. Like, for lack of a better term, that's just what it is. In the beginning, you can bid for your schedule, but you're at the bottom of the bottom, and this is a very seniority-based company. Everything is seniority. The more seniority you get, the better things get. So it might be crappy in the beginning, but the more you work your way up, the better it gets. The pay, the schedule, everything. So no, you cannot do it part-time. You have to fully dedicate. Once you get a few years in and you're starting to make your own schedule, for the most part, you can kind of throw in another job here and there. I know a lot of people that are flight attendants are also like real estate agents, because you can make your own schedule with being a real estate agent. But it's hard to have two set schedules because your flight attendant schedule changes so much. Even if the destination might not change, that's when you get more seniority, the days might change. So yeah, long story short, no, you cannot be a part-time flight attendant. Someone else asked, do you get rest or break on the plane? You do if you're going internationally and it's over 8 hours. Anything under 8 hours, you do not get a break. Or if it's domestic, even if you're doing a 13-hour duty day domestic, you don't get a break. You can, I mean, you know, you'll have a little bit of downtime, but as far as it's considering it a break, no. It's only for like our international destinations like Europe and Asia and all that, once it's over 8 hours. Oh, piercings and tattoos. So again, with our appearance standards that changed back in September, you can now have one nose ring, like a stud, no septum, no other facial piercings, I believe. And you can now show one tattoo, like on your wrist or your arm. You can't have any hand tattoos, no neck tattoos. And it has to be like the size or no bigger than an ID card. And that's the standard now. So you can show one tattoo, but you can't have like full sleeves. I mean, you can, but you have to wear the uniform pieces that cover you at all times. Yeah, you have to wear the uniform pieces that cover you at all times if you have tattoos on your arms. And legs, ladies, if you want to wear the skirt. Oh, we did, I'm so happy for the people who identify as male, or you know, as they can now have their nails painted, and I think that's amazing. So the standard for the ladies kind of went down. We have to put our hair up, but for the men, I think it did get better, and I'm very happy about that for them. This question is a good question. It's a little tricky. Are you guaranteed to be a flight attendant after your 6 weeks training? Yes, that is the idea, but some that got all the way through to graduation, passed their test, but their conduct, like their behavior was bad, so they let them go. Nope, you are not a flight attendant. Even though you've passed, you've done everything, you have completed all the tasks at hand, you don't know how to act. So no, you will not be a flight attendant. So on one hand, if you do what you know how to do, I mean, if you do what you're supposed to do, pass all your stuff, yes, you will be becoming a flight attendant. If you get there, pass all your stuff, but you're acting like a fool, no. How much do you get paid? So starting out, you are going to get paid, it is $28.88 maybe an hour. I know the dollar amount for fact at this moment with this contract is $28, and there's some cents behind it, but I cannot remember the exact cents, if that makes sense. Yeah, so $28, I'm just gonna go with $28.88. You get $28.88, you get $28.88 per hour. And this is where it gets murky. It's hard to explain. So when you're just starting out, you're on the schedule called reserve. You get 78 hours worth of pay a month, regardless of how much you work under that 78. So if you work 60, you're going to get paid for the 78, and that's, you know, contingent upon you not calling out, you not putting in for personal drop, stuff like that. If you work your whole schedule and you only work 60 hours, you're still going to get paid for 78. Now if you work 88, you're going to get paid for 88. They can't like cheat you out of that you actually did make, but if you work below that 78, they're going to give it to you anyways. So 78 times 28, 88 is, I don't know what it is, but you can just say that that is a base for your monthly salary. There's going to be other forms of payment in there. You're going to get per diem. So when you're out, when you spend the night or international or something, it is non-taxable per diem. I believe that means it's not going to get taxed. Sorry, I keep looking up. The planes keep taking off. When you just do like a 1 day, that is taxable per diem. So the government's going to stick their hand in it like they do everything. So just as a starting point, or that base, you're going to do that 28 times 78. And you can pick up days on your off days to make up for more money. Like if you pay a 10-hour trip on your off days, then you're going to get paid for 88, because that's adding 10 plus that 78 to equal the 88. So there's ways to kind of make more money, but it's a little bit more complicated than it sounds. There's rules and regulations around it. And not to mention, you're just downright tired. You know, sometimes you might not want to pick up on your off days. I feel like I might be touching on some of the same things that I did in the last video, but I do want to just try and get everything out there. I'm just going through these comments. Like I said, age limit, you do have to be 21 to work mainline. One of the regionals, which is Mesa, MESA, I think I'm saying that right, Mesa, you only have to be 19. So one of the regional airlines. Do you get paid more on holidays? Yes, you do. You get paid more on Christmas, Thanksgiving, July 4th. Am I missing anything? It might just be those three. That's all I can think of right now. You don't get paid more for like Easter, Labor Day, Memorial Day. You don't get paid more for days like that. You do get paid more for your birthday as well. That's like holiday pay. So my birthday is December 31st. And then New Year's Day, New Year's Day is January 1st. So those 2 days I'm getting paid time and a half because they're both holidays. Do you have to have a driver's license? No, you don't actually, which I would have thought yes, but I actually know a flight attendant who does not have her driver's license. So no, you don't need one. Someone said, are you required to take the job? I don't really know what that means. Like if you go through training and you, take my word for it, you're not gonna get all the way through training to then decide you don't want the job. And maybe once you get in the job, you're like, you know what, this is just not for me. But right out of training, I don't think you're gonna go through all of that to decide, you know what, never mind. Oh, do you have to know the city codes? No, I thought you had to, so I was studying. I still didn't remember all of them. I feel like now I have a pretty good handle. Sometimes I'll see one and I'll be like, where's that? But no, you don't have to know them. That information will just be given. Yeah, that information will just be given. It's kind of cool to know them, you know, and they're easy to learn for the most part, but no, it's not a requirement. You won't get tested on that. Is nicotine included on the drug test? No, it is not. I know people who vape and smoke and all of that, so no. You cannot smoke weed, you can't do like coke, like hard drugs, but nicotine, as far as cigarettes and tobacco, no, you're good. All right, I think that might be all I'm really seeing as far as questions. Right now, I don't know if we are actually hiring, because they get an overwhelming amount of applicants every day. It's like thousands upon thousands every day. So they did give us a link that was a referral link, which I did not know it was a referral link, and I had put it on my Instagram story, but I quickly removed it because unfortunately I just can't refer someone that I don't know. I want all you guys to be great. I want you all to apply, but as far as putting my name on it, I just can't in good confidence do that, because if you go in there and act like a fool, now I look like a fool. So I think everyone can understand that. But when they do put the regular, you know, application back up, it will be on my story. I always tell everybody, you know, hey, go apply. I know everyone wants, and a lot of you come from my YouTube over to my Instagram looking for that type of content. So I always try to put stuff on my story about where I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. But for a fact, when we are hiring, I will put it, even with Delta or, you know, United American, anybody is hiring, I will put it on my story. yeah, but go ahead and follow me on Instagram so you can follow me in real time, see what the heck I'm up to, and see if it's something you're interested in. I'll put it on the screen here, mskellibaby. I never know if I'm going the right way when I'm doing it, but yeah, it'll be mskellibaby. It'll also be down in the description. I have some links down in the description if you're interested. Liquidiv, that is my jam when I'm flying, because you know, it gives you hydration, and you get super dehydrated when you're flying, also when you're drinking. So I just love liquidiv for a lot of different reasons, but especially when I'm flying. Yeah, I have other links down there if you're interested in them, but I think I got pretty good information. It's telling me that I'm on 26 minutes, so edit this down, maybe it'll be like 15, 13, I don't know. But please leave me questions in the comments. I will make a third video if I have to. I want to get this information out there for you. I'm here to help the people. I'm a woman of the people. I'll help as much as I can. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm always here. And thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and do that. We are at our 1,000 subscribers, and we are just growing and growing, and I'm so thankful for this community, and you guys are like family. So thank you once again. I'm super grateful, and I will see you guys next time.